Welcome back to the video. I need a haircut. Oh yeah, sorry if I sound annoyed or angry or just tired in this video. There's been some There's been some interesting stuff that has happened that I will later cover or that you read by the title. So yeah. Anyways, since, let's see, the last video, yeah, I just dried out the radiuses. Yeah, I've done a lot since then. I cut all of the CDX pieces, so those are the parts in between the 4-foot and 8-foot parts, so they'll go right there. You won't be able to see them though, so I'm using CDX because that's cheaper. There's 3 right there, 1 over there. I put primer on them. I tried to get brown primer. It turned out purple. Yeah, don't get primer tinted. They don't do it right. Anyways, that's painted. That is painted. I started painting this, and I painted some sheets of plywood. I painted the top half of all of these 2x4s, and then these 3 sheets of plywood I painted, or primered. I haven't painted them yet. I also cut out all the BCX sheets of the sides, basically. And I put 1 coat of paint, and it's not paint, but it's like a sealer on this piece. I need to put 1 more coat on though. I did find this beautiful thing since the last video because I'm lazy. And I don't like to clean up the stuff that I'm painting until I want to clean up the least amount of paint out of like paint trays and stuff possible. So I got this thing. It was a paint tray, because you know, paint you need a tray for, that you're supposed to be able to seal so it doesn't dry out. So you just do that, put the lid on, and then they claim that you don't have to clean up the paint until, yeah. The reason for it is because I can't paint. Oh my gosh, I can't paint everything at the same time, so I got this thing. Mostly worked. The paint roller got a little dry, but whatever. Now to a montage of painting the flat section of the half pipe. So I got about half of this primed. You can see right up to that board right there. I couldn't get some of the parts like right there and right there, so I'll have to go back over and do that. Now on to the story that you probably clicked on this video to hear about. Let me go to somewhere without wind though. Okay, so I tried to explain this story yesterday. I'm basically just explaining how my scooter almost got stolen, or did get stolen, like it says in the title of the video. Tried to explain it yesterday, but I didn't like how it turned out, so I'm gonna re-explain it. I've also got more information now, so here it is. So basically, I was at the skate park. I was there for a few hours, or probably like 2 hours. Throughout that time, a few people showed up. And then this person I've seen there a few times before. For now, until I get more information, if I can, I'm gonna put the actual names of people in the description, if I can and everything. For now, we're gonna call one of the people that showed up John. He also had a friend, John did. So they showed up. I've seen them there before a few times. Nothing weird was going on. Then, we're gonna call this next person, Greg, showed up later. He came without anything like skateboard, scooter, bike, rollerblades, none of that. He had nothing. He comes up to me and asks, I wrote everything down within like 20 minutes of it happening, so I'm gonna use my cheat sheet. He asks me some random questions like, what's your best trick? Do you vlog? Stuff like that. And then he asks if I want to play game Scoot. I'm already assuming that I'm gonna have to lend him my scooter for when it's his turn because he didn't bring a scooter. So, playing that. Nothing happened throughout that whole game. We were just playing. It took like an hour though, amazingly. Somewhere in the middle of the game, Greg whispers something to John or John. They were talking really quietly to each other, saying something. I don't really think much of it. I thought they were just saying something. I don't know what they were saying. So anyways, the game ends. Then for some reason, Greg asks if he can try out my scooter, which we just played a game of Scoot, so he just got to try it out for like half an hour. So I didn't really get that, but I was like, whatever, okay, just sure, try it. Then he makes a beeline behind the building. There's like a building next to the skate park. And then he yells to John. I have to keep looking down. I've got like a cheat sheet on my table of what people are and everything. He yells to John that he's gonna go to the bathroom. So then I'm like, okay, weird. Like that is TMI, but whatever. So then John starts showing me the stuff about his scooter. I've seen him there a few times. We've talked before. He seemed like a not horrible person. So then he starts talking to me within like, he's just started talking to me this whole time, like within 5 minutes of this, and he's been there for hours. So he starts asking me about some stuff, and then I mentioned something about the half pipe. He was asking questions about that. And then right as Greg yells to him that he's going to the bathroom, John then starts showing me these 3 cracks on a scooter, saying on how they're cracked and it's annoying. I didn't get why he was telling me this, because then I'm like, oh, I'm borrowing a TIG welder soon. I could maybe weld those for you. Like, grind out the welds and re-weld them. Hopefully it'll last longer then. He's like, no, it's good. My neighbor can do it. So I was like, what were you trying to say here? But anyways, so then my mom comes up to the edge of the skate park and yells, somebody just tried to steal my scooter. And I'm like, I'm confused on what's going on at this point. So I run over there. Turns out, Greg, which he's a thief now, I'm gonna tell you that. He apparently tried to run behind the building onto the parking lot and then run into the park that's right behind the skate park. Or right in front of it, I guess would be. But my mom was sitting in her car working on some stuff on her computer because that skate park's sketchy. It seems even more sketchy now. So she saw that, she grabbed the scooter out of his hands or something. She doesn't even exactly know what happened there, but something happened. She got it back. She came over to me, told me to come get it. So then I grab it. I'm like, what just happened? She explains the whole story of that he ran behind the building. Well, John distracted me, so I would be looking in the opposite direction, so I wouldn't see him running with my scooter. But he did try and leave with it, so that is technically, forget it as theft or robbery, but he did commit a crime. And if he could be tried as an adult, where I live, I believe that would actually be a felony, because that's over $500 in stuff. So, yeah. So, we actually, today, the whole story happened yesterday. Today, though, we went to the police station, filed a police report. Don't know if anything's gonna happen, but we thought we might as well in case somebody else actually gets their stuff stolen. Then they're like, oh wait, this is a reoccurring pattern. Let's go do something. So anyways, I have John's Instagram, and his Instagram has his full name. So John, you've been reported to the police. Or not report. Like, I cannot guarantee that you did anything wrong yet, but I'm pretty sure you were involved because you didn't speak to me until your friend was running away with the scooter, and you knew him. And then when I asked if you knew him, you're like, well, barely. So I'm pretty sure you were involved, if you're watching this. I know his Instagram, so my question to you is a poll's gonna pop up over here. I came up with a great way to mess with him. Do you think I should? I'm not gonna, like, damage any of his property, steal any of his stuff. Like, I'm basically just exposing him to his friends that he tried to steal stuff. Like, he put together this whole plan to try and steal stuff from me. That's all I'm trying to do is basically say to his friends, hey, here's what your friend is actually like. You think I should or no? Because I've got his Instagram. I can message all of them. Tell me. Because I don't know if I should or not. You get to choose. Let me look through my what happened and see if anything else. Greg, the thief, his friend, so John, was he was basically explaining on how he was trying to give him basically an excuse on what was going on, which was really weird. So don't lend your scooter to people or skateboard or whatever you have. Don't let them use it. I know that it's like a normal thing to do, but just don't. Trust me. You'll get it stolen like I did, and if it weren't for my mom, I would not have a scooter right now, and I'd be out a lot of money. And I would spend like 3 months of my YouTube money just to get it back. That's not fun. Don't do it. So don't borrow your scooter to people or skateboard. It's not rude. You're not being mean, not borrowing it to somebody. They may spin it to make it seem like you're mean, but they're trying to, like, people that are trying to steal from you, they're not very, like, it's not an upfront thing. A lot of times, like, they're testing to see if you'll say no or not, because they're looking for an easy target. I was an easy target in that scenario, because I didn't have any boundaries, like, oh no, you can't use my scooter. I just let him. Don't be me. So, don't lend your scooter. You don't have to. Like, there's no reason that you should have to. Just if you're not going to lend your scooter, don't borrow other people's, because, you know, it's kind of hypocritical. That's all I have to say for this. Now back to more interesting and less sad and annoying things, because that sucked. Oh, also, it's going to be a while till I go back there, so this town that I live in is not the same anymore. Like, stuff has been going on this week in this town. It's not good. So let's work on that half pipe some more, because I want a scooter there instead. So somebody told me about this trick to seal the wood so it doesn't, like, delaminate and stuff, the plywood anyways. The 2x4 so they don't warp as much. My apologies that I forgot what your name was. If I can find it, I'll put it up here. Anyways, the trick was you can use silicone to seal the edges of the boards. You mix it with some water. So we're gonna try it. Hopefully you were right and this works. I believe it was 5 parts silicone, 1 part water. Don't really remember though. Apparently you're just trying to get it not like this. So you can actually use a paintbrush to paint it on. I think this will work. It's like paint right now. I'm gonna quick paint it on and then I'll show you it. I'll show you what it looks like after. Hopefully it works. Okay, so I just painted on one of these things. I painted on the silicone. It looks like a mess, but I got that one all painted. I'm hoping that it works. I realized while I was putting it on though, that I bought the white silicone instead of clear. Probably gonna need to return the other 2 tubes of silicone I bought, because clear is gonna look better because it just dries clear. So it is now many hours later again. I was waiting for the silicone to dry, but in that time I did get the rest of that thing painted. I got all of the 2x4s, I guess, primed, except for on the bottom side. Now I just need to add 2 coats of paint, prime the bottom sides, and then stain the front, and then I'll be done with that. Yeah, it takes forever. The silicone also dried, mostly, yeah. That was my phone. I use my phone as a flash, like as a light. I just put it on the top of my camera up in case you're wondering how I do this. So I got that painted with silicone. I think it'll work, cause if silicone can hold back like 100 gallons of water from breaking sheets of glass, pretty sure it can hold out some water out of some plywood. Pretty sure about that. Not sure though, exactly. So if I found your name, yeah, right here, if I did find your name. If not, it'll say I didn't find your name. Thank you for the suggestion. Anyways, since there's no layout, I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like it if you liked it, subscribe if you liked it. Then click over here for more videos. Click over here to subscribe. Also, if you thought this video was a good video, share it. Especially if you know anybody that goes to the skate park again, because I don't want them to almost get their, or to get their scooter stolen. Thank you. See ya.